guess probably no roadie tonight. All right, let's get Grubhub on. And do I have a block? I do now. Cool beans. Okay, got a Grubhub block. Let's see, it's not muted, right? No. Okay, cool beans. Oh. I'm doing fine, I'm actually having my first bike dashing stream in a while right now, heading out for work, period. Oh, good Grubhub. How you doing, guys? It's your boy, and just about to head out and work. Okay, let's see. Our Grubhub order, $10 for about 10 miles. So, no. Definitely not. All right, let's see who we got. We got California Line Dasher. Good to see you, buddy. He's got the ship emoji. That's heckin' dope. I see Corey's here. What's going on, Corey? And Coffee Paul, how you doing, bud? And California Line Dasher. He's been a Cobb Squad member for a month. Appreciate having you, buddy. You are heckin' dope. And Corey asks, are you doing orders today? And then he says, that answers it. Oh, yeah, the Grubhub. I'm sure you heard the jingle. So, yeah. And Natasha's here. How you doing, Natasha? Says, hello, Gabna. Well, hello, Gabna, to you too. Hope you're having a good day. And CLD says, it's your boy, Mike. You see Coffee Paul, he's been a member for 8 months. That's heckin' dope. Appreciate you being part of the Cobb Squad, buddy. And let me get Uber Eats on. I haven't gotten any shipped orders yet today, so they'll probably be a non-factor. But we got Uber Eats on, so that's app number 2. And we're still platinum with them. And CLD asks, do you have DoorDash on? I'm about to put it on right now. And apparently they're busy, so see if we get an order. Hey, how's it going? Oh yeah, you were part of the window stuff, right?
What?
You guys came in to do the windows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we found it. We found the nails and stuff around the driveway. That's where she said she found them. I can let her know that you're here. Yeah. Just a second. I'll be right up. Okay, anyway. What do we got here? Oh, cool. So it looks like we got... Alex. Okay. I wasn't sure how to pronounce the first part of your name, and it might not have sounded particularly nice, so we'll just say Alex. Well, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. Krishan Kumar. I hope I pronounced that right. You're from India. Cool beans. That's heckin' dope. Hey, what's up, Jack? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. And looks like Corey's part of the Cobb Squad now. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate you joining, bud. You are heckin' dope.
Yeah.
And Natasha asks, Corn Cob Squad. Yeah, that's the name of my channel memberships. And got some heckin' dope emojis with Corey. And he got a gifted membership. Let's go. Hey, look at that. Natasha got it. Cool. Well, welcome to the Cobb Squad, Natasha. Hope you enjoy the exclusive benefits like early access to content and the emojis and things and stuff. Corey says, there you go, Natasha. And then Natasha says, wow, thank you, Corey. Jacob says, message retracted. And what is that? And then NS Batmos 6919 asks, which state? I live in Florida, but I wasn't born here. I was born from Long Island, New York. But I've been living here quite some time. Let's see. Natasha says, fitting our state is known for corn. Oh, nice. Well, must have been a happy coincidence to have you here. And then we got Grape Soda Paul. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining. We're just about to hit the road. No offers from these apps yet. But we're going to head out anyway and see what happens. I was actually thinking of going north. Yeah, north from here, probably over by the Winn-Dixie. I think that's a good spot to be in. And then Corey's saying hi to Paul. Paul's saying hi to everyone. Natasha says, please be safe on the job. Yeah, I'll do my best. And let's see. Jack says, been working a lot. It has been picking up after a bunch of slow months. How's work been for you lately? So this past weekend's been pretty busy. I did pretty good this past weekend. But the daytime hours today, very slow. So we're hoping it picks up a little bit tonight. But we'll see what happens. And then we got I Love Cats, B9B, says hi. And I see Deanie Weenie is here. What's up, Dean? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. We're just about to hit the road. Just got to bring my thermal gloves. It will get a little chillier tonight. So to keep my hands warm, I'll bring those with me. And then we got to stay hydrated, of course. And then let's see. CLD says, yes, sir. Hopefully. Jack says, heck yeah, good to hear. And then Dean saying hi to CLD. And Lillian Arthur says, can I have $1? I'll be asking you that. Can I have $1? And then I Love Cats says, like your helmet. Thanks. Just a standard helmet I bought from Walmart. Lillian Arthur says maybe. Fair enough. All right, let me just close up my bag. Where's the zipper? Wait, that's not the right one. Okay, good to go. All right, let's hit the road. What do we got? Jack says wind chill was 1 degree. Wow. Lillian Arthur says, please, I just need $1. No. And we got the Guilford Gilf pension scheme. You working? Yes. Natasha's got the British short hair emoji. CLD asks, how far are you from silver on DoorDash? I have 35% acceptance rate. So about 15% away. And Dean says, live right along, little rusty. Rusty? I don't know. I mean, I never stopped making content, and you figure pre-recording this type of stuff versus live streaming it feels about the same. Except, you know, when you're live streaming, it's more casual, I guess. Or can be. I don't know. Please, I am in Africa. All right. Yeah, you wore out. You're welcome. You can come back tomorrow. Sorry, Lillian. Hope you get that $1. And let's see. I Love Cats says you're going to be riding a bike. Yes. So you've probably seen this car. This isn't mine. This is my landlord's. We live together. Roommates, essentially. But I have my bikes. I'll actually show you them real quick before I go. So the one I'm taking out tonight is the JCN EB7. It's a step-through folding bike. And I've got another battery. So I carry 2 batteries. It's got the one in the frame, and I have the other one in the bag. So when I run low on one battery, I'll unfold the bike, pull the battery out, and then put the other battery back in. So that's how I roll. And then I got the DJ bike right here. It's smaller, but it's also dual battery. That way I get more range. And I've got a basket on the front of both. And then I got my mountain bike as a backup. So that's how I roll. Let's see. Natasha says, do you like my new thumbnail? Oh, you mean your profile picture? Is that a cat? If it's a cat, it's cute. And then Guilford says, people in the chat say you can't see them. Turn on all messages. I see what you're doing there. Hey, what's up, Lala? How you doing? Good to see you. And then Natasha says hi to Lala. Lala says hi to David. CLD says freaking dope. Lala saying hi to Dean. CLD is saying hi to Lala. Lala is saying hi to Natasha. I Love Cat says, is your job to deliver stuff? Yeah, so I deliver like DoorDash and stuff on my bikes. So that's what I do. And Natasha says, Lala got my gifted membership on Eric's channel. Oh, cool. And then Dean says hi to Lala. And then Lala asks, I did. Thank you so much, Natasha. Nice. Very nice. Let me just turn the key. All right. Let's hit the road. Alrighty, let's go. Hopefully I don't run over any nails. Okay, we're good. But yeah, there's a guy at the house right now cleaning up the nails because they had contractors over. They were installing a new door, and my landlord just found a bunch of nails all over the road. We could have ran that over, you know? In our own freaking driveway. Imagine that. But anyway, I digress. Let me switch this around. I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Just want to get over this way. Ah, man, the sun glare. You barely even see the camera. Alrighty. Alright, that's a little better. Let me turn the brightness up. Oh, it's like all the way down. There we go. Okay, what we got here? We got Lala still foiling me. And then turn that around. Got gifted membership by CK. Then Lala asks, how's it going today? It's okay. It's been kind of slow, admittedly. I'm hoping it picks up a little later. I figure we try to get a head start by coming out now. It's about 4:30 Eastern right now. I usually come out around 5, but came out a little early, so see what happens. Let's see. CLD says, I didn't know Uber had top-rated shopper. Now, like Pro Shopper on DoorDash. Yeah, I didn't know either. Like, I was just looking at my stats the other day because, you know, I was curious to see what my on-time rate and other stuff like that was. And then I saw something about Top Shopper. I was like, wow, I had no idea that was a thing. So, I don't know. I mean, does it do anything? I have no clue. That's kind of how I feel about Platinum and Pro Shopper with DoorDash. I really don't know if they actually do anything because I see some of the orders I get and I'm like, that's a high pay order. It just doesn't have the label, you know? And so I don't know. I ultimately am not sure how much it really matters. Like the only thing I don't see from DoorDash by not being on the rewards program is like the hidden tip orders, I guess. That's pretty much it. Other than that, everything looks about the same. So, I digress. And Natasha says, "You're welcome, Lala." Lala says, "Hey, that's awesome. Love the generosity all around. Some good people. Heck yeah." And then Pension or Guilford says, "I just repeated what some people said. Don't shoot the messenger." Oh, we got an order. What do we got? Ew. So this is my pay order. It's $5.42 for 3.5 miles. I'm gonna decline. I could do better. Yeah, that was an Uber Eats Platinum order from Wendy's. I don't really go in there because the food's almost never ready half the time. But anyway. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Guilford. Let's see. Natasha says, "I love gifting memberships." That's heckin' dope. And Lala says, "Feel like going through a time warp." Oh, what? Because of all the shakiness? Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. If I had an iPhone, I know it would have like that image stabilization. These cheap Androids don't have that though. And we got Compongo. How you doing? Good to see ya. Natasha says, "Like being on the ship in rough waters." Yeah, that's just kind of how it is. DoorDash pay model is so different now, but honestly, do it for you. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, I see like the same $2 base pay, and then sometimes I'll see like $3, $4, $5 base pay, or whatever. Because you know how they say like $2 to $10 is usually the base pay? It doesn't seem like that's really changed over here. And it's weird. It's like, if I have Pro Shopper or not, some of the shopping orders have higher base pay, and they don't have a Pro Shopper label. And then I'll see a Pro Shopper order that pays less overall and with less base pay. And then I'm like, well, why is that a Pro Shopper order and the other one isn't? It just doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, if I have Platinum or not, Silver or not, Pro Shopper or not, I don't know. I feel neutral, mainly because I've been on both sides. I've cherry-picked to like 2% acceptance rate. I've even had 100% acceptance rate. I've had Pro Shopper. I've not had Pro Shopper. This and that, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I just don't know. Let's see. Love watching DoorDashing videos because it's interesting to me to see how it all works. Oh, right on. Well, as soon as I actually get a halfway decent order, then sure. Yeah, maybe you'll see a little more, at least on my end. So, we'll see. And let's see. Message retracted. And then CLD says, yes, base pay 2 to 3. Shopping can start from 4 to 13. Oh yeah, shopping starts at $2 here. The same thing as food delivery. They both start at the same rate in my area. But keep in mind, right? Since I'm in Florida and I'm guessing you're still in California, your base rates are probably higher than mine. But otherwise, yeah. Hey, what's up, ladies guy? How you doing? Good to see you. Just out and about dashing. Well, we're trying to dash. We're trying to get an order. I'll stop over here for now. Hopefully the signal's okay. Let's see. Natasha says, how's your day, Lala? Lady Sky says 5 days till Valentine's Day. Yeah, that'll be a decent day for me to dash on. I know it was last year. And let's see. Natasha's, oh yeah. Natasha, Valentine's Day is overrated. Yeah, probably. Lady Sky says, I'm okay. Mike the Bike Dasher, how are you? I'm okay too. Just hoping I can get some decent business tonight. We'll see what happens. Okay. And then what do we got? We got we got Hugh Jass. What's up, Hugh? How you doing, bud? Good to see you. CL says our base pay is a bit higher sometimes. Yeah, you figure that Prop 22, right? Yeah, I'm gonna head towards Winn-Dixie. Maybe we'll improve our odds of getting an order by heading over that way. Because on the weekends, I don't know if you guys experience this, but on the weekends, I get more of those food deliveries. But during the week, it seems like I get more shopping orders. But that also depends on the time of the month or time of the year. So I digress. Feel free to share your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. And don't mind my voice if it sounds like I'm snorkeling underwater. We got pollen everywhere. So, sinuses, allergies, no bueno. Let's see. And CLD says yes, sir. Cool beans. Yep, we got an order. Oh, hey, this is pretty good. This ain't too bad. Let me pull over real quick. You can probably see the pollen on the ground. But yeah, we got our first order of the night. It's paying $8.43 for about 2.5 miles. It's actually more than that, but that's okay. CVS, 7 items, 11 units. So let's go do it. And I say it's more than that because DoorDash, they don't really give out maps for e-bikes. At least in my market, they don't. If they happen to give out maps for you guys, or routes, I mean, let me know in the comments down below. But for me, now they don't give me routes. They draw these imaginary lines and then they lie about the miles. They do it all the time. It's funny because Uber Eats, they actually give routes for bikes, and the miles are usually more accurate. But I digress. Anyway, let's head over to CVS. So I might mute you guys a little bit just because of the voice, but I will keep up with the comments, and when we get to a decent stopping area, I'll unmute and read some more of the comments. In my area, scooter mode, e-bike mode had the same issue. Oh yeah, so you know what I'm talking about then. I'm gonna mute you guys for just a little bit. Okay. Just had to get past that bumpy, wumpy parking lot. The pavement in my area is definitely not the best. That's for dang sure. At least for some of the OGs that remember from my channel. Let's see. Guilford says you get good cardio. Yeah, pretty much. And Natasha says yours is unique. You love watching dashing bike style. Met you on Eric's channel. Oh yeah, I've seen you over there. I remember you. Okay, we got a golf cart coming. I'm gonna move over. Oh, they're letting me go. Okay, cool. Oh, careful, careful. Cool. Thanks. Let's see. Lala says, love Mike's channel, even though you occasionally get seasick. Yeah, I know what you mean by that. JK comes with the territory when, yeah, Mike Dash Guru. Yeah, I wish I could live stream with my GoPro, but the GoPro, it doesn't hold the signal. I've had times where I had to restart the live stream like 5 or 6 times, and it was just too much, so I gave up. I rage quit. And then, reminds me of my time on the ship when I was in the military. So I hope I'm not giving you flashbacks to like bad stuff. And then CLD says, I like that shopping. Don't mess with your on-time rating for DoorDash. Yeah, I like that too. My on-time rate is 100% with the food delivery, so that's all good. Hey, what's up, Ellie? How you doing? Good to see you. We're heading over to CVS to do a shopping order. I appreciate you popping in with the British short hair. Then Natasha says, you aren't, you're good. All right, cool beans. I'm going to mute you guys for a little longer, but I'll unmute you guys in a bit. Hey, good to see you, Cole. Sorry, I'm looking like I got an earthquake going on right now. But yes, winky tippy, tip above leg. I repeat, winky tippy, tip above leg. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, what's up, Reed? Good to see you, too. And Natasha says, we did a 32-degree roll on rough seas, and it was scary. Well, I'm glad you lived to tell the tale. And, yeah, Cole says, hello, Lala. And then Lala says, nice, David, you're on it. 98%. Hey, nice work, David. Okay, we just made it to the CVS. Let me just pull out up front so you can see the Benz on. Alright, before I go inside, let's see. Oh, heck no, Natasha, fairly strong belly, but have my limits. Understandable. And then Ellie says, need to go to bed. Catch you later, Crocodile. Thanks for popping in, Ellie. You are heckin' dope. And Cole says, I missed these streams. How are you? I'm doing okay. We got our first order of the night. It's a shopping order from CVS. I'm about to run in there, get it done. CLD says, yep, that's my name. Lala says, Mitsu Cole. Natasha says, I have a hard time walking, but it was rather interesting indeed. Thought to myself, well, this is how it's gonna end. Did a lot of praying. Well, it seems like it worked out. CLD says, Mike has arrived at CVS. Yes. Uh-oh, copyright music. Oh, no. Okay. The signal's really bad in the store, so I'm going to keep you guys out here for a little bit. But it's a very small order. I'll get this done in no time. So I'll just have you guys watch over the bike for me, and I'll be out in just a bit. So I appreciate everyone that's popped in thus far. You guys are heckin' dope. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me go like... I guess I'll do it like that. We got the order. Appreciate you guys being patient. It would have taken just a little less time, but the net started acting up. It's probably acting up right now. And it wasn't letting the loading screen go off. Because you got to have the right screen in order for the DoorDash transaction to go through. Otherwise, they say the card isn't loaded up. And that's just loading of hooey. But I digress. Plus, there's a lot of network dropout areas over here anyway. Okay, so we got Mike will be back momentarily. What's going on, Sandra? What's going on, Tony? Good to see you. Hey, Big Javi. Old lady walking by trying to steal his phone. Oh, really? Uh-oh. Well, it's a good thing I had my alarm. And let's see. Welcome in, ladies, gentlemen. Hit the like button. Appreciate that. Reed says you're good. Hey, what's going on, B? Good to see you. Let's see. There's another Mike. Oh, Mike Latoris. I know what that's supposed to be. Cheeky. Is this California? No, this is Florida. Let's see. Yeah, B's looking at a van. Oh, cool. Well, hope it works out for your goals and stuff if you wind up getting it. No, it's not California. On my way. All right, I just let the customer know that I'm on the way. Oh, okay. I got you. Normally, I would look for my YouTube on my other phone, but again, network's really bad in there. Anyway, let's hit the road. So I know exactly where we got to go. Let's see, B's 2013 Ford Transit for $3K needs tires. Sounds like a pretty good deal. As long as there's not a lot of problems to it. But you never know. Hey, what's up, Mama Gigs? Good to see ya. We're just dropping off a CVS order right now. Hope you're having a good day too. All right, hold on. Let me pass. There you go. Hey, what's up, Austin? Good to see you. And there's another David in here. How you doing? Mama Gig says this is a bumpy ride. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Plus, I don't have image stabilization. But yeah, just pretend you're out at sea. Let's see. Say that you're at the Drake Passage. Yeah, just pretend you're at Drake Passage. It'll be all right. Maybe it'll be a little smoother. Yeah, the bike lane's a little smoother. The sidewalk's pretty bumpy though. Again, I really wish I could use my GoPro. It's just the fiber optics are really, really bad. So it made me rage quit a lot. I was like, yeah, screw it. It's too much of a headache, you know? And then Austin says, afternoon, Mike. Yeah, it's still technically afternoon. It's about to be 5 o'clock over by me. So the evening is upon us. Let's see, Bruce Chastain says on 50. Oh, SR50? Yeah. Let's see. Mama Gig says, trying to decide if I want to go out work today. You just filed your taxes? Hey, right on. I got most of my tax prep done. I gotta finish my deductions section. But I'm just kind of putting that on hold for right now. But it's all good. I really got nothing to worry about, though. Let's see. Bruce says, about to go out and ride. Maybe I'll see you. Hey, that'd be heckin' dope. Maybe you will. But definitely ride safe. I'm sure you know what it's like out here with these drivers, dude. It can be heckin' brutal at times. That's for dang sure. It's like a dogfight out here. Racing to the red light, racing to the parking lot. It's like, geez, you know. Let's see. CLD says pulling the moped for dinner shift. That's heckin' dope. Lala says it's fine. We understand. Like I said, territory with the bike dashing. Yeah. But it's all good. Yeah, I'm waiting to cross the road. I want to get on that side so I can cut through the parking lot. Yeah, it looks like we got a chance. All right, good. Cool beans. Hey, let's see. We got Lace. Not sure how to pronounce your name. They ask, why aren't you in the Olympics? Don't give me too much credit. Hey, Colleen, how you doing? Good to see you. And Colleen saying hi to everyone. And CLD says, I don't start filing taxes till the 2nd of February or 3rd week. I got you. And then Mama Gig says, make sure you add up your tips. Oh yeah, I got my tips too. I had DoorDash send me an email telling me how much I made in tips last year, and I got a yearly pay stub from Grubhub and Shipped, and they did a breakdown of the tips that I got. So that's going to be a pretty big tax deduction. But I figure not just the taxes or not just the tips, but also the other expenses that I've made, you know? So luckily I've kept a big log of all that. I use Stride. I don't know what you guys use to keep track of your expenses. I use Stride. That way it gives me a big list. I could just, you know, I could add an item, I could change the category, and then submit the amounts, the purpose, and photographic evidence. Because you figure when you file taxes, whenever you are trying to enter deductions, they'll ask you if you have like evidence written or stuff like that. So I just do both, just be on the safe side. Because you never know. Uncle Sam could be knocking on my door one day, and then ringing the Grubhub bell. Yeah, that order's too far. It's $12.55 for 8.7 miles. So, no thanks. And then Mama Gig says, took me an eternity to add my Spark tips. Oh, they don't send you forms like that with the breakdown? That's poopy doopy. I actually never had to file any income from Spark because I didn't make the 600 for the, what was it, 8 months that I was active on the platform. So I don't know. Okay, it was more like 9 months, I think, but still. It probably could have been more, but, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Am I right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. So I digress. Oh, got another Grubhub. Oh, wow. 25.44 for 14.4 miles. That's not terrible, but it's too far. How's it going, Meg? Meg Sports Girl 96. Good to see you. Appreciate you popping in. And Bruce says I do the Walmart cut through too. Oh yeah. I estimated it cuts out about 0.4 miles instead of having to take SR50 to Columbia. So it just saves distance, saves time, therefore it saves money. Although some of these people in the parking lot, they can definitely act like stingy jerks. But then again, what else is new? And Austin sent some jewels. I appreciate that. You are heckin' dope. Then Reed says hi to Colleen. Colleen saying hi to a bunch of people. And Chip B says, how about the Winky Tippies? Oh yeah, they give a full breakdown of the Winky Tippies as well. The Loney carrot with cream. You deliver what? I deliver like food, sometimes prescriptions. I'm actually gonna move over here. I'm gonna use the crosswalk. There's a big trailer truck behind me. I figure I'll just get out of their way. It looks like okay, yeah, there we go. We should be able to cross any minute. Just gotta wait. And let's see, CLD says I use Gridwise. I've used Stride in the past as well. Yeah, that's fair. And let's see, Austin says he's delivering hazardous waste. Yes, I do that too. Hazardous waste from McDonald's, aka food from McDonald's. Let's see, CLD says Grubhub sending you orders that far away. Yeah, they don't have a bike option in my area. But when I signed up for Grubhub, that was back when I used to dash in a car. They give me permission to use my bike, but they don't send me shorter commute orders that often because they don't have a bike mode in my region, but it's okay. Let's see, Carrot asks, is this job lonely? Not as much as you might think. Because the thing about me being on a bike is that I get a lot of attention because people are fascinated by electric bikes, you know? And they get fascinated when they see people delivering on electric bikes. And I'm still probably the only guy that does it here. So I get a lot of people saying I'm very dedicated. I have a very good work ethic. Or they'll ask me questions about my bike. You know, like how much was it? Where did I get it from? How much range? How fast does it go? How much did it cost? You know, stuff like that. So I actually get a pretty decent amount of attention in that way. But I know you don't really have coworkers in this line of work because, you know, we're independent contractors, but I don't really mind. I mean, I had no problem working with people when I used to have a W-2 job. That was fine, it's whatever. It's just whenever people didn't do their job, so I had to do their job too. You know, but I digress. Let's see, Mike delivers food, groceries, and Brody, usually medication. Yep, that's correct. Looks like Cole is going to tell a joke. Colleen says, beautiful day there. Oh yeah, it got up to 71 today, and it's supposed to get a little warmer tomorrow. But it's going to drop down into the 50s tonight, so I did dress up a little bit just to be prepared. I didn't know Grubhub ever had bike mode. Yeah, only some regions have it. and not very many regions. And given the fact Grubhub hasn't been doing very well, it's probably not too surprising in hindsight. And let's see. Ow. He says, I'm super excited. I think this might be the van. Hey, fingers crossed. I know you've been looking around for them, so fingers crossed for you. Why did the guy in the minivan rig game nights? Because he will get it fast. Womp womp. Womp womp. Alright, we're almost to the delivery area. This building coming right up. Okay. Pardon me. Pardon me. Okay. Just come right over here. I think she had her earbuds in, so I don't know if she heard me. But still want to make my presence known. Okay, here we are. Okay, I'll be coming right up this stairway. Stairway to heaven. If I can... Okay, good enough. Okay, CLD says no DoorDash emojis anymore. I might get some more DoorDash emojis. I might put them back up. I've been just kind of swapping emojis out. Eventually, if I get more members, I can add more emojis. But in the meantime, I'm just kind of swapping out between the 20 that we have available. So that's just kind of how I'm doing that for now. But it's all good. Anyway, I'm going to go drop this off real quick. It's on the 3rd floor. But this order didn't take very long, so I'll be right out. Oh, wait a minute. 2912. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, you know what? I just realized this is 2911. Yeah, 2912. That's on the other side. All right, so let's just head over there real quick. Yeah, sometimes I mistake 2911, 2912. They're practically next to each other, except there's a pool, a fenced-in pool in between. So I can't really just walk through it unless I hop the fence and swim across. Well, I'm not really interested in that. Let's see. CLD says you should add a Pro Shopper emoji. Yeah, I used to have one. I'm at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, just got to come over here. Thanks. Here we go. It doesn't help that all these buildings look the same, too. I mean, I've been down this way countless times, so I know what I'm doing. Anyway. Okay, I'll be coming out that hallway. Hey, what's up, Justin? Justin asked, do you DoorDash on a bicycle? Yes. Ah! Whoops-a-daisy. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Got it? Cool. And LOL Chip Cole. Oh, yeah, the joke. All right. Right there. Yep. All right. Okay, what do we got? Justin asks, does anyone know if his bike is motorless? I do have a mountain bike, but I typically use my electric bikes. Hey, what's up, Kevin? Kevin Backdoor Harris, man. Funny name. Let's see. CLD says, I've done pedal bike mode on DoorDash for about a year ago. Very good, nice exercise. Yeah, I've done that before as well. I did that when my electric bikes were down. That was early last year. I had two other electric bikes. You've probably seen at least one of them before. They were both down at the same time. One of them was because it had a bunch of broken spokes on the back wheel, and I was trying to get the correct size, but the manufacturer sent me the wrong size. It was 4 millimeters too long. So I went 2 sizes. I had to drop 2 sizes down. They were the correct size. So that took about almost 3 weeks to do. And then the other bike was because the motor was just blown out and the manufacturer refused to replace the motor, even though it was still under warranty. So I went to Better Business Bureau and I got their platform taken down from Amazon. So that was fun. F around and find out. Anyway, DoorDash didn't send me far. Might have. Yeah, I see. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna head over to Target because we got Panda Express, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Petco, Five Below. Some decent options over that way. Yep, we got a Grubhub. What do we got? Ah. Okay, it's $13.73 for 8.9 miles. So I'm gonna decline that. Not a terrible order, but just not for me. Then Justin says, just looking into doing that, starting motorless. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you should be able to sign up with a bike and just have a valid driver. I don't think it's a valid driver's license, a valid state ID. I think that works. I know Electric Scooter Man. He's another guy I've seen around a lot. He said something about that. He was able to sign up that way. I think it was. I don't want to misquote him. Alright, right up, let's go. Okay. So let's see. What's the furthest you will go on your bike as far as orders? It depends. If it pays high enough, then I might be willing to go 7 or 8 miles if it's high enough. But it's got to be lucrative enough for me to go that far. Otherwise, I try to stick to 5 miles or less. Will DoorDash refuse me if I don't have an e-bike? No, you can sign up with a regular bike. You can also sign up with a motorcycle. You can sign up with a scooter. They let you sign up with various vehicles. But that depends on your market. I don't know if it's the exact same thing from market to market. But that's just but I've seen those vehicle options, so you should be able to sign up with any of them. So it also depends on your local ordinance as far as, bike laws, insurance, registration, license or not. So I would look into your local ordinance about bikes. If it's a motored bike especially, but regular bike probably fine. Sign up for DoorDash, e-bike, valid state ID. Yeah, there you go. Sounds about right. All right, we're going to the Target parking lot. Yeah, I see Park is here. How's it going, Park? Thanks for popping in. Target's big. Yeah, it's a decent sized store. There's a Super Target in Viera, which is about 25 miles from me. The one by me is not a Super Target, but still. It's a decent enough size. Don't get ahead. Hey. This guy behind me, he's trying to get ahead of me. That's like, I've had drivers do that multiple times. It's fucking annoying. Alright. Alright. Going to head after this guy. There we go. I hate having to use that turn. But it's the only practical way to get in this parking lot on this side. It's annoying. But it's okay. Okay. Alright, hold on a second. Okay, we just made it. Oh, wow. This is pretty bad. So, this says 5.4 miles. That's about 8 miles for 46 units. Not even 20 bucks. I'm going to decline it. We could do better than that. Oh. Oh, God. Popeyes. Yeah, I got to decline that. It was $5.62 for 3.3 miles. It's not terrible, like dollar a mile stuff, but it's at Popeyes. It's going to take forever. So I just declined that. But yeah, anyway, we're out in front of the Target parking lot. So you can see Target behind me. So we'll just hang out a little bit till we get something a little better. So we'll see how that goes. It's the Wi-Fi's off, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, because Target Wi-Fi is pretty crappy. But yeah, we're at 36%. So, I mean, am I going to go for silver? I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. Okay, the Mr. Toenails guy is here. Live again. Well, I mean, I never really stopped going live. I just wasn't doing the bike streams for a while. But good to see you. Let's see, Justin, you would know when you sign up for DoorDash with vehicle types they have allowed in your area. Just look at that. Look into that. Good for filler, extra income. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Stiffy? I heard through the grapevine you were live Disco Man. Oh, okay. No bueno Popeyes CLD. Yes. The Lonnie? Carrot with cream, windy. Yeah, a little. And Toenail says missed you. Well, I'm here. But welcome. Good to have you. And let's see. Justin says sub to CLD. Cool. Hold on. Just gonna have some water while I wait for another order to pop in. Maybe I'll check Roadie. I might get a retail checkout order. Yeah, nothing. Pretty bare bones. That's all good. Let's see. Cole asks, did you find it? Yeah, we found 1163 back there. It was in the form of 2912, but we found 1163. Okay. AI music isn't doing well, but fun to try. More coming before I'll do a hiatus. I haven't been notified that you had music out already. I'll have to look into that. And Cole says noise. 64 streams for the album. Yeah. Let me go to my stream right now and tap on your name. Let's see what you got out. Let's see what you got out. Oh, it's not on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I only see one song. I only see the one. But I got you. Mike is top rated shopper on Uber Eats. I'm actually not yet. The original item rating needs to go up, but it's almost there. In fact, let me take a look. Okay, this is what we got. So these are the top shopper ratings for me right now. So in order to get top shopper, I gotta have 89% minimum of the original items found. I'm at 86. So basically, I just get like another shopping order or two and should be able to go back up. But other than that, we're good. So then Mike says AI is crazy these days. Yeah. You know, I've even seen on Facebook a lot of people get fooled by the pictures and videos. I look at it, I'm like, guys, you can't tell? Like, you really can't tell it's AI? I don't know, man. I think people are just too gullible, dude. Oh, what do we got? Okay, we got a Panda Express order. Let's see if it's any good. Oh, my God. Eric is right around the corner. Let's pay him a visit. Oh, the winky tipper. Uh-oh. Okay, this order is absolutely horrendous. So that's not 2.6 miles. This stretch of road right here is about 3 miles, not including the half mile to get there and the additional about a mile to go in. So that's awful. So I got to decline that. Excuse me. I had to spit out a little no bueno. It's easy to see that it's AI. Oh yeah. Has a human touch. I mean, I get that. The other problem too with that order, there's nothing over that way. So I'd have to take the several miles back. It's like, what, 8 miles for $4? Really? You know? It would take too long, too. Oh, hey, here we go. So we're getting a match right now. Let me see if we get it. I'll show you guys in a second. Oh, we got it. So $7.90, a little over a mile, and 4 items from Target. So I'll bring you guys in with me, and we'll just run in there and bang out this order. So yeah, $7.90, 1.2 miles, a shopping order, Trip Radar, Uber Eats. So I'm going to pause my dash real quick. And then I got a timer. So this is my little DoorDash timer. I set it to 33 minutes. That way, if I can't get the timer right away, I have enough wiggle room to not have my dash ended, you know? I didn't used to do that when I had Platinum. But, I mean, then again, they're pretty generous with hours here around the evening, so it's not really that big a deal. but I still do that just in case. Not bad for trip radar. Yeah, I get some occasional decent trip radars. And actually, the other day, I got a $7. It was, about a mile and a half. It was a Platinum Panda Express order, and it was ready as soon as I got there. I was like, wonder why it was a trip radar. Thought that was weird. But, oh well, it's all good. I mean, I actually like the idea of trip radar because it reminds me of Roadie, when you can just submit for an order that's available instead of having to entirely rely on an algorithm to send you something. At least I like the concept of it. Although it would be pretty cool if we had a bidding system. It really would be. I'm not the first one to mention bidding system though. I know Dean's talked about it quite a bit on his channel. But yeah, we're gonna run inside, bang out this order. There's a crossover. Okay, let's get started. Like I said, I'll bring you guys in. I'll keep you guys on a low profile, though. If I ever get an order from Publix, I have to keep you guys outside. Because the other day, I had a manager. They came up to me and said that they're enforcing their no film policy, so I can't film in Publix anymore. Oh well, say love you. But this will be quick. Jack B. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing up, but that was. Lyrics mentioned lots of stuff. And crazy for the fainted heart. I got you. Hey, what's up, Charles? How you doing? Thanks for popping in the stream. Hope you're having a good day today. We're just doing a quick little shopping order. It's paying $7.90, a little over a mile from Target. 4 items. Let's see. CLD says I saw the situation about Publix in one of the recent posts. Yeah, it kind of sucked because, I would film in there for like a couple of years. Never bothered anybody. I guess someone complained. I don't know. I guess someone complained. Here we are. All right, we got the soda. Alright, what's this next item? Sparkling water. It's going to be back here. It's from Topo Chico. Topo Chico. Okay, I think I found it. Yeah, I think I found it. You ever see Man, Bear, Pig? I don't know what that is. South Park. Never really got into that show. Okay, okay, what's this one? Oh, those are the bottles. Okay, they don't have that. They approved of this one. They don't have that one either. Yeah, I gotta see what else. I'll just message the customer, see if they want something else. Okay. Okay, they are out of that Topo Chico sparkling water in the cans you requested, but they have glass bottles available if you would like me to pick one. Okay, so I sent the message. Now, let's get going. I'll give them a call if they don't answer. Okay, we gotta get the half-baked Cheetos. Here we are. Uh-oh, copyright music, no! Just think about M&M's. There we go. Alright, we're gonna give the customer a call. That's just how I roll. You don't answer your phone, I'm gonna pester you.
Your call is being recorded.
Okie dokie. I'll mute you guys for a second. Okay, I just called the customer and they said they're okay with the 4-pack of the bottles. So, this one. So, you know what? I'll just scan the label. I'm gonna bypass that rating thingy. Let's see if it'll let me. DoorDash lets me sometimes. Let's try that. Oh. Try it. Okay, it's not letting me do it. Okay, I guess I have to add it as a substitute. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Mike the Bike Cherry Picking Dasher. Only a little bit. You know, if the order is reasonable, I'll take it. If not, no. I figure that $18 stack that was on like 8 miles, 46 items, it would take too long to get it done. Even though I'm a pretty fast shopper, it would just take too long, you know? Like how DoorDash, when you sub items, they let you take a pay. We're technically approved at first. It was weird. But they, seem like I've done a better job with it now. I digress. But I digress. But I digress. We're about to check out. Cool beans. you anyway. Oh, they want the item removed. Oh. Yeah, it just said they want it removed. Okay. How do I remove it? I guess I gotta request help. Oh yeah, you lost Pro Shop. It didn't last long. Yeah, I think I remember you writing something like that. Yeah, it turns out that customer didn't even want the item. It's like, okay, well, why'd you say it was okay to get it? So dumb. Yeah, I just had a customer say they didn't want this item anymore. And me not know technology. I figured you could be my Lord and Savior. Appreciate it. Thanks. Paid for them. We're about to go outside. Recommend watching South Park start to finish. That's going to take too long. If I haven't kept up with the show early on, and it's been around for like 10 plus years, I generally don't even bother. I mean, I might be missing out on stuff, I guess, but I mean, you can say that about anything. The truth is, I'm not going to be able to see or do anything and everything I want to do in my life. So it's kind of just picking a few things and giving it all I got. Hey, what's up, Slade? Getting any gains, brah? Doing bro split? Not really. I just opportunistically go. I'll usually do muscle region, like PPL or whatever. Just a busy guy on the road a lot, you know? So it's me just being opportunistic with stuff. Let's see. Still seeing Uber taking pay when you refund items. I actually had a customer remove a penny from their tip the other day. A single penny. Oops. Let's see. Slade says, "Cool, brah." Yes, brah. Yeah, they removed a single penny from their tip. And I'm thinking, why? I mean, they got everything they wanted, so why they removed the penny was weird. But I digress. Slade says, "I love Arnold Split lately with no overlaps." Hey, that's fair. And that's the thing, you know. It's like you can make any split work. You just gotta, you know, pick some good exercises and have some good training protocol and practice your technique, your form cues. You do all that stuff, and you're good to go. That they want me to scan the barcode. But yeah, when people keep looking at the whole, like, you know, oh, what's the most optimal split for maximizing muscle hypertrophy? It's like, dude, just go to the gym, lift some freaking weights, pick some good bang for your buck exercises, pick out some stuff you want to do, and it'll work. You know, it's like we're just focusing on all the wrong stuff when we're thinking about, like, oh, well, let's think about splitting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week per muscle group and 50, 60 sets. It's like, focus on the quality, focus on the effort level, you know? Quality over quantity, guys, you know? Quality over quantity. You got to have a sufficient amount of volume, but you got to make the volume count. you're just lollygagging your 4 to 5 sets per exercise versus like the 1 to 3 hard sets where you give it your all each and every time. Which one do you think is going to be more effective, you know? Okay, so where we got to go? We got to go to, oh, I know where that's at. Yeah, it says the drop-off's 1.1 miles. I can cut it down a little bit. Hey, what's up, Rossi? How you doing? Stiffy says noise. CLD says just a penny bummer and petty, 1 penny less richer. Yeah. Let's see. Upper lower rest, upper lower rest, upper rest, rest, repeat. Chest and lat focus. Don't want to be pencil neck. Oh, don't forget those upper traps, brah. Get them shrugs, brah. Get those Dexter Jackson traps. All right, let's hit the road. And I'm going to let the customer know I'm on the way. All right, cool beans. I sent the text. Let's get going. 1.1 miles. Oh, yeah, I can make it even less. All I got to do is just cut through those parking lots. And there's a U-turn at the intersection. All I got to do is just cross over from McDonald's. That cuts out about 0.2 miles. So it makes it under a mile. Let's see, do I like it? Yeah, it's a good split. You know, at the end of the day, as long as you're getting enough volume, as long as you're getting enough time to recover from your high effort level sets and sessions, you're good to go, man. You're good to go. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I think the whole Menzer thing with Mike Menzer's style of training, it's a little overrated and it's pretty dogmatic. But at the same time, he had a very impressive physique to show for it. And when you really apply some of his principles, it works really good. So ultimately, how I see it is you got to listen to a lot of different perspectives on training and look at a lot of different training principles and really just pick and choose, customize what you think is going to be best suited for your goals, because everybody's goals are different, you know? So when Lee Haney had his training style, or Arnold had his training style, what they did was seemingly what was best for them. And while they may have things about their training that you could apply to yours and do well with, at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you. You know? And whenever you go to the gym, you're the one doing the work. So you could have any program you want, but the program is useless if it's not applied. And you're the one going to the gym doing the work. So use it as more of like a reference, you know, like a reference guide, something to give you some guidance, especially when you're starting out, whether you're a complete beginner or you're someone that has experience, just trying new training styles, trying new things, and see what happens, you know, and make the necessary adjustments. And if you have a coach overseeing your progress, then they're going to help you. They're going to help steer you in the right direction if they're a good coach, you know. Your 11th marriage anniversary is on the 14th. Hey, congratulations. That's heckin' dope, man. That is heckin' dope. Yeah, I just got to cross this highway over here. All right, we got it. We got it. Ah, we got it. Let's go. Cool beans. Yeah, I hate this bike lane spot here. It's too narrow. And we're approaching I-95. I hate this spot too. Ah, there you go. He's got the turn signal. Let's go. That's what I like to see, you know? You're going to make a turn, use a turn signal. Plain simple. Yeah, we just got to make a right past the Cracker Barrel. I'll unpull his DoorDash after I drop this off. Maybe they'll send me something by Cracker Barrel. That'd be heckin' dope. Didn't want to forget your previous comments before CLD. I think you were saying that Uber Eats has gotten a bit better over by you. Uber Eats is like hit or miss for me. I'll get a few items, or not a few items. I'll get a few deliveries in a day, or I'll get zero. That's usually how it is. I'll get a few, or I'll get zero. But at least I get some now. It is a little more consistent than it used to be. And maybe this Pro Shopper or Top Shopper thing, I don't know, maybe it'll help, maybe it won't. Okay. Oh, it's another third floor. But it's okay, they got an elevator, it won't take too long. Alright, they're just saying leave a door, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what's the other notes? Oh, okay, it just says highly appreciate if you leave the door. Probably read it when he has the time. Oh, yeah, what we got? Chest, biceps, legs, rest, shoulders, traps, back, rear delt, rest, repeat. Yeah, that could be fine too. I'm sure Arnold did something like that before. You figured chest and biceps were two of his strongest muscle groups. Wouldn't surprise me if he trained both in the same day. Maybe not all the time, but yeah. Anyway, let me go drop this off. I'll be right back. And I'll be coming out that door. As soon as I... something like that. Yeah. There we go. done. And we got our next order. So it's 7:29 for about 2.5 miles from Panda Express. So, oh yeah, we're actually coming back this way too. This is right about where we're at. So that's cool. But yeah, that's what we got. 7:29, 2.5 miles to Platinum order from Uber Eats. So we're gonna head there and do our thing. Try that one, you'll love it. Maybe I'll let you know. I keep forgetting about the alarm. You might as well take a shot of pre-workout every time that Mike forgets about the alarm on his bike tonight. That'll be a little challenge for the Gaines bras in the chat. The Gaines bras. Okay. Puppies. Can't live without pre-workout. Yeah, I just have a cup of coffee in the morning, and that does it. Well, I mean, as far as like a stimulant. But I'll usually have either some cereal or some oatmeal. Stop alerting customers with that bike alarm when you leave. Maybe I'll do it with the bell. There we go. And speaking of bell, ring that notification bell, that Taco Bell, so you get notified the next time I upload or stream. Let's see, citrulline from Pumps Bra. Hey, what's up, Ray? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Oh, let me check something real quick. Okay, we're at 63% battery life for the phone. We're good. We got plenty. But yeah, I started doing my bike streams again tonight. I'll see how often I'll do them again. We'll play it by ear, like an ear of corn. But right now we're picking up a Panda Express order with Uber Eats. It's paying $7.29, about 2.5 miles. So pretty decent. Good to catch you live, mate. Heck yes. Happy now I got a DoorDash scheduled catering for. Man, I wish I had those here. We don't have those here. The only catering we get are just those hidden tip bigger orders. That's pretty much that's the quote unquote catering over by me. Glad to catch you live. Yeah, I know what you meant. Wheat, gluten, staple of mine, soy isolate. Yeah, that's fair. Just waiting at the light. Hopefully I don't run over any nails. Soy isolate, tried it, sits good with your stomach. Hey, that's good. I haven't used protein powder in a while, but I do like those Owen shakes. OWYN, only what you need. They make those with pea protein, and they stuff a bunch of vitamins, minerals, 20 grams of protein in them. I haven't had one in a hot minute though. I do like them though. Maybe I'll start getting them again. All right, hold on a second, truck. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see. Cole says, this view reminds me of the watermelon incident. Well, you know why, Cole? Because that when I was describing that incident to you guys that day, I had to cross I-95, except instead of making a right after the I-95 intersection, I had to make a left. So that's probably why it looks similar, because it was right around that area. Figures. man, so much gravel over here. I hate the gravel because those nails and sharp, other sharp objects like glass or pieces of metal, staples, it gets shuffled in with the gravel. So you can run over a bunch of gravel and find yourself getting a flat like 10 minutes later. It's like, how the heck did that happen? But I've had it happen enough times where I can just kind of predict where I get a flat. And it's usually in the same spots, although, knock on wood, it hasn't happened in a while. So hopefully I don't jinx myself. Hopefully I don't jinx myself with that. That would be no bueno. Man, we've had a good amount of people watching today. That's cool, dude. I'm sure a lot of people were awaiting the day that I would start doing my bike streams again. So I appreciate everyone that's popped in thus far. You guys are heckin' dope. Let's see, Stiffy says that's enough. Slade says 3 grams of protein. Wow, that's a lot of protein. That's a lot of heckin' protein. But hey, whatever works for you. That CLD says no bueno. Yeah, that freaking gravel and those nails and stuff. Definitely no bueno. I agree. Alright, we're almost to Panda Express. Luckily, the Panda Express is right next to Target. Well, sort of next to Target. It's another plaza that's by Target. Ooh, that was a close one. Let's see, Cole asks, did you have any recent situations like the watermelon one? Thank God I haven't. Thankfully I haven't, but I guess now that I'm streaming my bike dashing again, there might be a possibility it happens at some point again. On camera for the world to see. But we'll see what happens. Let's see, Stiffy says, I don't want my smoothie bowls without soy isolate. Heck no, taste amaze balls. Right on. Alright, Panda Express just right up ahead on the left. Okay, good. Nice. Just see what I wrote about 1.2. Let me see. Recommending 1.2 grams per kilogram. Per kilogram. Okay, so that would be, what is that, about 0.55 grams per pound in American terms? American terms? More or less. Well, you figure your average person that doesn't have like serious bodybuilding or athletic aspirations, they don't need to have that much protein. So that's probably what they mean. They're probably just saying the average schmuck, you know? And that's understandable. All right, I'm going to run inside Panda Express real quick. We'll see if this order's ready. From what I've seen, not appealing to authority, yes. So don't protein. No, you're good. Let's see. CLD asks, how was your earnings yesterday for the Super Bowl? I made a little over $100. I mean, not amazing, but pretty solid. That's what it was. I just overall did solid. Justin says that's a GameStop. They're going away like Blockbuster. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, I'll be right on. Thankfully the order was ready as soon as we came here, so that's heckin' dope. See if I can fit in my front basket. So for anyone that doesn't know, I do have a front basket on this bike. I have one on the DJ bike as well. I keep forgetting the alarm. What is that, like the fourth time today? I told you, man, take a shot of protein powder or pre-workout for every time I forget about the alarm. I'm really not a fan of them putting straw on top of that. It's like the straw just gets all wet and everything, you know? So like, just put the fries in the bag, bro. I'm kidding. That's a little derogatory. That'd be a meanie weenie thing to say. Right about there. That'll work. And one second. Let me flatten this out a little. Perfect. Yeah, it fits like a glove. Heck yes. I gotta drink some more water. The throat's getting a little dry. Oh, we're going in the same. Yeah, we're going in the same place. I think I know who this is going to. I delivered to this guy yesterday, but I just let them know I'm on the way, so we'll head over there and do our thing. Let's see. Cole says that was fast. Thought it would take a fortune for you to come back. Yeah, you never know with Panda Express. Half time, it'll take like 10, 15 minutes. Other times, the order's ready. Corey says finally off work. That's heckin' dope. Not molding, modding. Passed laws on modding e-bikes in California because of the kids. Sucks for contractors like him. Yeah, I believe it. Luckily for me, I have a Class 2 electric bike. Actually, both bikes are Class 2. So they pretty much remain unaffected. In the state of Florida, they remain unaffected because we had new e-bike laws. The main one had to do with the classification of Class 3, where they're called e-moto. Maybe you've heard of that one, e-moto. That's what they call them now, the Class 3 bikes in Florida. And certain areas in Florida, they're going to be a little stricter about where those bikes are allowed to be and, you know, like having a license to ride them, which is kind of stupid because, like, that's supposed to be driver's license. If it has pedals, you're not really driving in, but whatever. Semantics be damned. Semantics be damned. Anyway. And that CLD says to Justin, they passed that in Florida or California just not too long ago. I see. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I'm pretty much safe. And I checked all my city ordinances, local ordinances in my area, so I'm not doing anything unlawful with my riding. So there you go. What are we doing? Yeah, I thought they were going to cross the street with their dog. I guess not. Yeah, the sky's looking pretty good. Looking pretty nice. Getting those pinks, those pink highlights in the sky, the clouds. Might be hard to see without jiggly the camera is. But it's all good. Just take my word for it. I would never lie to you. Wink, wink. Let's see. Mike will be the bike dasher till he ain't doing gig work no more. That's what's up. Oh, heck yeah, man. Yeah. Bike dashing is my ride or die. That's how we roll. Let's see. No gas. You have to pay for. It's easier for you, as I said. Oh yeah, it's definitely easier. But I think above all else, it's just, I just have a better time, you know? Like, I've said before that bike dashing is my favorite job. It's the funnest job I've ever done. And, you know, I don't know if it's outright the highest paying job, if we're looking at like overall growing potential, but it's definitely the funnest one. And, you know, I have my ups and downs, just like anybody in gig work. That just comes with the territory. But whenever those ups happen, it feels pretty good. Let's go, 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 go. Okay, we're good. Just crossing the highway. Cool beans. But yeah, we just got to go right back to the same building. It's a different customer, and I think they're meeting me. They said meet at lobby, and when I dropped off their order yesterday, they were outside the front door, so they'll probably be out front. Let's see, CLD says, gonna start doing dashes on my e-bike more again soon. Actually, I was telling my wife yesterday about it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, right on, dude. Up, make the light, make the light, make the light, make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. Heck yes, just made it. All right, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. No, 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 go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. You're good, 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 good. All right, hold on, wait a minute, wait, wait. Come on, people, what part of wait don't you understand? Little patience goes a long way, ma'am. Little patience goes a long way. You see me merging in the right lane, what do you think I'm trying to do? You know? Plus I got my hand out, you know, I use my hand signals. Let's see, Mike will start delivering mattresses on his bike. You know, the thing is, I probably could. I just have to whip out the cargo trailer, and you figure I got my bungee cord set up. So if I secure it well enough, then I could probably do it. Oh, here we are. Hey, how's it going? Doing good. Okay. All right, here we go.
Thanks, brother. Straw's in there?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thanks so much, man.
Have a good one. All right, confirm, complete. And ring the bell. Let's see. Some bloody idiots have no clue how to drive. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, we got a trip radar. Is it any good? $4 a mile, 16 items. Oh, God, get out of here. Let me show you this. Oh, it's gone. But if you can see it close enough, it's $4, a mile and a half, 16 items from Petco. So, yeah, that was definitely a no-go. It's like, why am I going to take an order that's paying half as much and probably like 2 or 3 times the work? You know, it's just not worth it. All right, so I unpaused DoorDash. We'll see if we get any DoorDashes. Oh, we got DoorDash. Ooh, that's pretty bad. $6.50 for about 4 miles, 3 items from Aldi. I'm going to decline that. We can do better. We can do better than that. I figure I'm in my main zone right now. I don't want to leave the main zone for a crappy Aldi order or a crappy Petco order. Imagine you kept riding and flung the bag at the sidewalk saying your order's ready. Oh, man. I mean, if I dressed up like Santa Claus and had the order shoved in a big black garbage bag, supposed to look like Santa's sack, I don't know. Maybe they'll let it slide. I don't know. All right. Looks like we can cross over. Let's see what time we got. It's a little after 6. Yeah, 6:18. I mean, it is Monday, so Mondays are pretty slow by me. Hence why it's kind of grindy, as you can see. But at least we're getting some orders, you know. And before I started bike dashing this evening, I did get a Grubhub order this morning. It was 9:31 for 2.8 miles from Hot Walk. But that was based on the car route, and the car route, it doesn't have it on the map. Oh, what we got? Oh my God. Okay, Winn-Dixie order, $5.25 for 4.8 miles, 5 items. Mm-mm. I mean, why am I going to go all the way across town and get a crappy order like that, you know? It's like, if they're going to have me go that many miles for an order like that, it might as well pay decent, you know? But it's only $5.25, so, you know. It's going to take too long to do and pay too little for the amount of time. So no thanks. All right, what do we got? All right, hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Got to cross this area. Got a couple cars behind me. All right, this order's crap too. It's $9.25 for 5.8 miles. So I'm declining that. You know, you didn't have to cut in front of me to do that. You could have just waited. You guys saw that just now, right? There's almost no cars behind. There were almost no cars behind me back there. They could have just merged after I passed them. But no, they had to cut in front of me to merge in front of me. That doesn't make any sense. Why do people do that? Other than just they're selfish and don't care. Consequences? Hardly knew her. You know what I mean? It's so stupid. Yeah, definitely bad juju, Cole. Definitely bad juju. All right, I'll take this opportunity and sip up. I'm just going to pull out my bottle. It's full of tequila. That's why it's clear. It's not like I haven't been sober for almost 5 years or anything. Nah, sobriety. Hardly knew her. Let's see. Justin asks, do customers know if deliverers are using a bicycle or a car? Technically, they get notified of that, but a lot of the time they don't really pay attention. So whenever I roll up on the bike, they're like, oh, cool, I got someone delivering on a bike. Never had this before. Oh, we got another trip radar. What we got? It's the same one. It's the same freaking order. $4, except this time it's only 0.8 miles. And then it says it's no longer available. Okay? So, if they sent it to me twice, wait, if it's no longer available, how can they send it to me again? That doesn't make any sense. If you're going to say it's no longer available, then that would imply that it was claimed, right? I don't know. That's so stupid. I don't get it, you know? Oh, you see the golden arch? Bikes are slower, so you probably get a lot of complainers. No, I don't get a lot of complainers at all. Slower. You've been following along this whole time. It hasn't been taking long at all to get these orders delivered. And my average ratings are extremely high. If I go to DoorDash, for example, I actually get a lot of compliments. But if I go to my DoorDash ratings, it's almost a perfect 5. The only exception was one customer who gave me a 4. So there you go. And, I take the precautions I need to make sure drinks don't spill and orders don't flip over. I've been wearing an insulated bag on my back in case I need to put anything there. I have an insulated bag on the back. I have an insulated bag on the front. So, you order hot food, you're going to get hot food from me. And it's not going to take long to get. So, that's just how it is. The Mexican Ditto expander? Drunk? No? No, I was joking about the tequila thing. No, I've been sober since May 12th, 2021. So I'm coming up 5 years. I also don't do any other recreational stuff. I'm pretty boring like that. As the kids would say, I'm vanilla AF. Or I'm a basic B. Biatch. That's what the kids would say. Let's see. You rode a bike about 15 miles a day, 7 days a week. Takes me 3 times the time than a car. Well, I mean, if you have to go 15 miles a day. Well, that's the thing. You also, if you've been paying attention too, these orders have been going short distances, and I use a lot of shortcuts. So it's ultimately work smarter, work harder, or work smarter, not harder. But I work hard and have great work ethic. But you figure I also have a motor, so if I have to go faster, I can go faster too. I average between 15 to 18 miles an hour on my bike, which for shorter distance commutes, it's almost no difference between me riding my bike versus a car. It's almost no difference. And you figure I never get caught in gridlock, so that helps my case too. What do we got here? Okay, this order's not too bad. I'll go with this one. So it's not 2.4 miles. It's about 3.5. So there's a back trail over here that I can cut through. So I'm gonna go through that way. So that'll be a little over 3 miles, but I'll take it. It's pretty decent. $7. So I'll go with that. Haven't seen an order you've done go over 3 miles yet. Oh, yeah, you got to check out some more of my DoorDash shorts. I've had some shopping orders go 8, 9, 10 miles. Some of my shipped orders, too, go 5, 6, 7, 8 miles. But you figure if they're paying high enough, then I'll consider them worth taking. It also depends on where the drop-off is, too. So if it drops off around an area where I could potentially get some more orders, then it works out geographically, Make sure to refill the tequila. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got more tequila, baby. I actually hated tequila. I think tequila is absolutely disgusting. It's like drinking flowers. If you just put flowers in a blender, that would be tequila. It's absolutely gross. The only clear stuff I liked when I used to drink was Bacardi, and Smirnoff vodka. Well, that was the only vodka that I liked. I hated any other vodka, because vodka, I don't know, it's freaking gross too. Alright, here we go. But like I said, I haven't had a touch of alcohol in almost 5 years, so I digress. Alright, what do we got? Hey, what's up, Casey? Good to see you. Do you get a tax write-off for the bike purchase? No. So you can't write off a bike, but you can write off supplies for the bike. It's like whenever you if you were to be a dasher with a car, you can't write off the car if you buy a car. You can't technically write that off, but you can write off the maintenance. You can write off emergency repairs, expenses, gas, the miles that you commute. You can write that stuff off. So pretty much everything except for the vehicle itself. What's up, Casey? Let's see, Casey says, contrary to belief, I enjoy cauliflower. Yeah, cauliflower's not too bad. I don't mind it. It tastes like a mild, less bitter version of broccoli. Or at least that's how I think of it anyway. It's like a less bitter, slightly sweeter version of broccoli. And mouth-wise feels about the same. That's not what she said. Okay. I'm gonna put my lights on after I get this order picked up. So we're gonna head to the merchant. It's Sonny's Barbecue. We're gonna pick up the order, and then I gotta turn my lights on. Probably saturate the heck out of the image. Well, it's all good. Cauliflower is the albino broccoli. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Casey. Let's see. CLD says, add-on possible on the way. Hey, that'd be sweet. That would be. We'll see what happens. We're almost to Sonny's Barbecue. It's just up ahead past the Aaron's. I'm not crazy about the drop-off point for this order, but I figure it's reasonable enough, so I'll take it. Because even if I were to commute back this way, it would still be over $1 a mile. Like, the reason why I try to go for at least $2 a mile is if I have to go back to the zone. So you figure you get a $5 order going 2 miles. It's $2.50 a mile to the customer's place, but then let's say it's like 1.5 miles back to the zone, then it's still a pretty decent value if you look at it that way. At least that's how I see it. Otherwise, if you take an order that's like $10 and it's going 10 miles in one direction, but then you gotta go like 8 miles back, then it's only like, what, $0.55 a mile round trip, or at least that's how I see it, like a round trip. Mexican Dito Expander says, you seem fun and cute. You're so drunk. Well, be careful with that then. But appreciate the compliment. Do you like Eminem Stan? There's a girl in it. Isn't that her name, Dito? Yeah, that's her name, right? Dito? Yeah, something like that. And technically that was sampled from her song, but still. Yeah, it's a good song. All right. I'm going to run inside real quick. Let's see if this order's ready. Maybe it will. I don't know. Let me just pull up over here. Okay. All right. I'll be right out. Looks like my tail light's out. Hey, what's up, Eric? How you doing? Good to see you. Tail is a cat's way of balance. Yeah, that's true, especially for cheetahs. In fact, was that number 5 that the alarm went off? But yeah, as far as cheetahs, their tails are extra long compared to their torso because it helps them make sharper turns. That helps them sustain those very fast running speeds that they can reach. And I know that because, I don't know, animals are cool. But yeah, this order's not going to be able to fit in the front, so I'm going to just put it in my delivery bag on my back. And I've got cup holders on the sides, or drink carrier, as some people would say. Drink carrier, not a cup holder, excuse you. Semantics be damned. But how's it going, Eric? You doing good? Let's see. Dito says no one steals your phone. Well, it hasn't been stolen yet. That's why it's here. It hasn't been stolen yet. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. And the next thing I'll do, I'll use some tape. I'm going to seal the top of the drink. So here we go. So you can see I sealed the top of the drink. I do that just so the lid doesn't come off, you know. Let's see. You seem like a ragdoll type. Oh, am I into cats? I mean, I grew up with cats throughout my life, and my mom and brother, they have 2 little kitties. They're cute. Their names are Bella and Finn. So cats are cool. Dogs are cool too. All right, let's hit the road. And tilt this down just a little bit. There we go. And just got to message the customer real quick, let them know I picked up the order. And okay, this order has a pin, so I got to get the customer pin. All right, hold on, Mr. Van. There we go. Is that Lean Wrappers? Drink that? Oh, what, the drink that I put the seal on? Oh, it was a Diet Coke. It's not for me, though. It's for the customer. Yeah, how's it going, Eric? Good to see you. I started doing my bike dashing streams again. I was finally up for it again, so I was like, why not? But we did a couple orders so far. So a little grindy, but I mean, you know, we still got time. Let's see. Nice, bro. Good to see you back. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I want to get on the other side of the road because I got to make a right up ahead anyway. Hey, Yvonne. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm just dropping off a DoorDash order from Sonny's Barbecue. $7 for about 3 miles. So, not too bad. Decent enough. And yeah, as far as the bike stream, I'll see when I do the next one. Maybe I'll do them more, maybe I'll do the thing. We'll see what happens. Well, I appreciate everyone that's been popping in today. You guys are heckin' dope. And the 42 likes, that's heckin' dope as well. I hope you guys are having a corntastic day. Sometime when I get back home, I'm gonna have to swap out that tail light because it ran out of power. I gotta see what batteries it takes. But I do have a backup one. Actually, I have 2 backup ones. So I'll probably just throw that on sometime later. And how was your day, Yvonne? What about you, Eric? How was your day today? Let's see, Dito asks, are you 25? Oh, no, I'm 31. I'm going to be 32 this year, believe it or not. You have that Irish look with the beard and eyes. Well, that's because I am Irish. I used to think that I was more Italian than Irish growing up because I'm both, but I think I'm more Irish than Italian. I know I get the Italian side from my I would say dad, but he was never there. So we'll just call him glorified sperm donor. I got the Italian from him, and I got the Irish from my mom. Let's see. Yvonne says I had a decent day. Hey, that's good to hear. And Yvonne says hi to Eric. And Dito says fluffy cats are cute. Yeah, they're cute. They are cute. Dito says old man. Yeah. I wish they'd get done with this construction over here already. It's like, hurry it up. Let's get this car wash taken care of. You know, this ever so important car wash, because Titusville needed another freaking car wash. And months of unfinished construction to go along with it. Congratulations, you have failed. Let's see, Yvonne says I'm the same age as your youngest. Oh, wow. Dito asks Sopranos. I think my mom watches that show. I don't recall watching it, though. Okay, right after this guy. Okay. Ready? Yeah, I'd like to cross over. Come on! Ah, got it. All right, so this trail that I like to take, the network might drop out a little bit, so just be patient with me. It'll come back online. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. You are heckin' dope. Your ex watch Sopranos all the time? Nah. I mean, it seems like a cool show, I guess. But I don't know. Like, if I don't get on the show relatively early, then I don't have a ton of interest, you know, just playing catch up. But it depends. Yeah, it's going to get pretty dark over here, too. Dito asks, is scary? Well, it does get pretty dark here at night because there's no lights, but I wouldn't say scary. You never know, though. Good thing we got a bright light. And Yvonne says you weren't interested. Fair enough. Tito says maybe I will try it. I see. You like longer shows? I hate looking for stuff. Yeah, I don't mind longer shows either, but I gotta get in on the show when it's still relatively young, or otherwise it just feels like a chore trying to play catch up with the show. And I don't know what it is, but it's like sometimes I feel like I have too much time, and other times I feel like I have little time to spare. Like during the daytime for me, for example, you know, work is usually slower, so I try to use that time for other stuff instead, or like to go alongside some opportunistic work. And then the evenings is usually a bit more fast-paced, a bit more linear. You know, I come out a few hours, I dash, and then I go home. But that really depends how well I do. And, you know, the past several months leading up to February have definitely been a mixed bag. Even the holiday season was a mixed bag for me, too. I had some really, really good days. I even had some of my all-time highest earning days, too. with gig work in general, like car, bike, or not. But then other days, I'd struggle to make $30, $40 at all. And then, you know, sometimes the weather would just be just too cold for my standards, even with my thermal gloves and jacket and all that. But luckily, the weather's warming up pretty nicely. It's been moderately busy lately, so that helps too. Like I said, I actually did pretty well this weekend. I did reach my weekend goal, about, you know, where I try to make $100 a day on the weekends, and I did pull that off this weekend, so that was good. I'm just hoping I can replicate that this upcoming weekend. Grays make me cry, and I like it. Many handsome men. Grays. Oh, yeah, that's another show, right? I don't recall seeing that one. Okay. I just hope that there's any other people on the trail out here that they have lights on too. As you guys can see, it's pretty freaking dark. It's a good thing I have this light though. This helps a ton. Just cuts right through the darkness. Just like hope. Hope cutting through the darkness. Let's see, Yvonne said, that's good, Mike, that you made your goal. Heck yeah. Definitely feels good for sure. You know, it's like after some lackluster weeks and months, it feels good to reliably reach those goals without having to like run myself in the ground, you know. Hey, what's up, Gary? Good to see you, buddy. What's this channel? It's about Winky Tippy tipping above leg. And Yvonne says hi to Gary. And Dito says, gonna get another wine from the cellar. Enjoyed this, thank you. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you popping in, hanging out. You were heckin' dope. And I guess enjoy your wine. Just drink responsibly and don't induce alcohol poisoning or anything like that. And most importantly, don't break the law. The end. And let's see, Gary says it's official, Mike the Bike forever. Yeah, we got Erica Shauna forever, and now we got Mike the Bike forever. Or you got the Winky Tipper forever. I don't know, I'll leave that up to you. And yeah, I know, shaky camera, I get it. It's all good. It seems like the network signal's holding up pretty decent. I think it is. I don't know. I haven't been checking. But I'm guessing that you guys are getting the gist of some of the stuff I'm saying amongst all the pixels. All right. Okay, something's off. Oh, Little Oak. Okay, here we are. So instead of making a left, we're going to make a right. Because Little Oak is over this way. There's another way to get here too, but I like this way the best. Oh, there's a doggo. Henwo doggo. Yeah, Erica Shauna forever. Heck yeah. Slay Queen. Okay, we're almost there. Erica is here. $2 driver alert for DoorDash. That is funny. Alright, now we just gotta make a left up here. Now let's see. Eric says you made a mistake, bro. Lol. Okay. Yeah, GPS isn't updated. Okay, 10, 12, 14. All right, here we go. I'll be right back, ladies and gents. And just double check the order, make sure we're good. Nothing spilled. Perfect. Then what about the bag itself? Okay, perfect. It's still standing upright. Nice. Very nice. Alright, let's try to get this in. Got your 4-digit pin? Alright, here we go. And the scrolls in the back. Okay.
I've never had one on a bike before.
Oh, it might not be your last too.
Well,
See you around. Okay, here we go. We're all done. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard what she was saying. She was saying she never had delivery on a bike before. You know, when I was telling some of you guys earlier how sometimes I get customers that'll say that, they'll tell me like, oh, you know, I never got delivery on a bike before. It's like, hey, that just happened. Excuse me. All right, what do we got? Oh, Bad Bunny. Wasn't like the orange dude that runs the country, wasn't he like complaining about the Super Bowl this year? Eric, what's going on in your motherland as far as shipped? Man, I know for me, shipped has been so slow, dude. I only wound up taking 3 orders last week and 2 orders the week prior. I'm gonna put Uber Eats on. Yeah, we got a couple Uber Eats tonight, so that was cool. We'll see if we get any more. And for our Uber Eats stats, all right, we got enough points to maintain platinum this month, so that's cool. And cancellation rate is still very low. Satisfaction rating is very high. 66 AR. Cool beans. Who's Bad Bunny? Is that like a hip-hop artist or something? I'm pretty out of touch with the artist today. Heck, I even heard that Ariana, she's not going to be touring for quite some time, which is kind of a bummer. I want to see her at some point, but oh well. Okay, we got a 423 tip. That sounds like it was lower. Oh no, we got a reduced tip. Oh no. Oh no. We got tip baited, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you. Oh no, we got tip baited. No. This was the same guy about the bottles of that freaking sparkling water. He said he was okay with it on the phone, and then he removed it from the order. So then he dropped he lowered the tip by $1.67. That's crazy, dude. I don't even want to say the thank you for that. You know what? I'm not going to. Screw this guy. Jerk. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Honestly, this is the only platform I've ever been tip baited on. You know, Uber Eats. I've never been tip baited on DoorDash or even Shipped. Not even Spark when I used to be on Spark. Didn't catch what she said. Oh yeah, she was just surprised that she got her delivery on a bike. So I know I had I think his name was David. There was another David in here. I think I was telling him about sometimes I get customers that'll say that. Wasn't impressed with the halftime show. I didn't watch it. I'm not missing anything. I see. Puerto Rican singer. I got you. We got a tip baiter, yeah. Poke says they root sometimes. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I messaged him. Oh, what we got? 516 for 4.5 miles. Yeah, I'm gonna decline that. But yeah, it's like I gave him the courtesy to call him and everything, you know. But
And then he just changes his mind. He's like, I don't want that after all. That's probably how he sounded. He didn't actually say that to me, but wouldn't surprise me if he acted like that. What an arse that bloke was. Yeah. Oh, well, it's common with Uber Eats. Yeah, honestly, it's the only platform I've ever had that. I've had it like 5, 6, 7 other times before. Now, in all fairness, I've also had some pretty good added tips, or hidden tips, I guess, on Uber Eats. So I guess you win some, you lose some, right? I don't know. I still think by principle that's ridiculous. And I'm not going to be an apologist for people that lower the tip. Because I didn't want the sparkling water. I want it. Actually, no, I don't want it. So I'm going to take it out on the driver. They shouldn't allow that. Yeah, so you know what Uber Eats did? So they made an update. I don't know if it's in every market, but some markets, they have a guaranteed earnings. So you know how DoorDash says whatever the amount that you get is going to be guaranteed, unless there's a plus sign where it's minimum guaranteed? That is true, by the way, at least for me it is. But Uber Eats, they do that with some orders, but they still allow customers to tip me. Even though, like, a couple of years back, they were saying, like, oh, we're going to crack down on that, and we're not going to have that. It's like, okay, well, why do people still do it then? You know, you're liars. Hell, I put a short out, I think about a week ago, or somewhere around that time frame, where I called support to cancel an order, and supposedly they can't cancel orders. It's like, wow, that's very supportive that support can't even support me by canceling an order that a customer requested to have canceled, and they couldn't cancel on the app. And when they reached out to support, they couldn't cancel for them. So then I had to reach out to them to get another number so the customer can actually get the other support team to cancel. But meanwhile, if I were to call DoorDash, they would just ask me a few questions and then they would cancel. Imagine that. It's so stupid. I know I've made a comment before in other people's live streams where we have all these processes in today's society, and these processes are not efficient. They simply aren't. They're not efficient, and these gig apps are no exception. You know, all the glitches and bugs in DoorDash's app, and the fact that Uber Eats support team can't even freaking support you. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. What do we even do about that, you know? Can we do anything about it? I don't even know. Could have had Pitbull do it. Mr. Worldwide! Mr. Worldwide says tip a butt leg. Slow down. I just went downhill. Okay. No one would have complained. Yeah, that's true. And let's see, Ray says hi to Eric, and then Eric says, what's happening, my friend, to Ray. I Love Cats says, hi, I'm back. Welcome back, I Love Cats. Ray says, not too great. I'm sorry to hear that, Ray. Sorry to hear you're not doing so good. Then Eric says, sorry, Womble, hope things get better for you, my friend. Yeah, hope so too. Please tell me you haven't fell again. Oh, I hope you didn't. At least it was only $1. Well, $1.67, but yeah. It could have been worse. Like, the order was still okay. But still, I mean, that's ridiculous, you know? I gave the courtesy. I gave my customer service, as I always do. Still get tipped in anyway. But at least some people appreciate it. They think it gets them their stuff sooner. Yeah, I've definitely read that around, too. Hey, what's up, Doug? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm probably a little behind in the chat, so don't mind me. But good to see you, Doug. Hope you're having a good day. I've just I did a couple DoorDash and a couple Uber Eats orders so far tonight, but it's been pretty slow beyond that. Pretty slow beyond that. I mean, it is Monday, but we did a Grubhub order this morning, so Not the worst, as I would say, not the worst. Oop. A lot of people at the home are getting sick. I have to wear a mask. Well, I hope you don't get sick too. Uber support sucks. Yeah, it's bad, dude. I swear, Uber support's like a lost cause. I don't even bother reaching out to them about stuff anymore. Because they're not going to help. They're just going to tell me they can't do it. Or they're going to give me some BS runaround over it. They are worse than DoorDash. Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I know a lot of people complain about DoorDash support. And trust me, I've had a lot of problems with them too. But anytime I want to cancel an order, they actually cancel the order. And they'll do it worry-free. That way it doesn't affect my completion rate. All right, we got a Grubhub. It's $9.75, 9.4 miles from Wendy's. I'm going to decline that. No, thanks. I Love Cats says I'm back. Welcome back. Dashing Womble has been a member of the Cobb Squad for 1 month. Let's go! Appreciate your continued patron, Dashing Womble. You are heckin' dope. And Gary says Indian dot, not feather. Gotcha. Nope, don't want that. There we go. Yeah, just gonna wait around and see what other orders I get. We'll see what happens. Battery. We got 2 bars, and I have my other battery in case we need it. Doug says, "Hey boss, how you doing?" I'm doing okay. A bit of a slower night for me, but it's all right. At least we're out here. We're getting fresh air. We're getting some exercise. We're chit-chatting, making a nickel or two, like Charles from Keeping It Real Life would say. So, not too bad. How you doing, Doug? You having a good day today? Let's see. Poke says, "Don't eat bats." No bueno. Yes, I agree. Don't eat bats. That's probably how the big 19 happened. I'm pretty sure that's how that happened. So don't eat bats. And then Gary says, "Dash a Doug forever." Yeah, we got Mike the Bike forever. We got Erica Shauna forever. We got Doug, Dash a Doug forever. All those good things and stuff. Ow. Yeah, we're coming right back up to CVS, and Dollar General is going to be on the right. Well, we make a right, and Dollar General is going to be over there. Then a little further on the left side of the highway, we got Subway. So we'll see which of these merchants decides to send me an order. I think maybe we can hang out over here for a little bit. All right. Yeah, I'll stop here for now. Because, yeah, just up ahead, the CVS is going to be on the left, Dollar General is going to be on the right. Maybe one of them will send me an order. Look, battery life, too. Okay. Excuse me. We're at 33%. Cool beans. Hey, what's up, Corey? Yeah, Dash of Doug's in the house. Heck, that's Slay Queen. Yep, getting a lot of the regulars here. I've had people telling me they're not getting notified whenever I put stuff out too. It's kind of unfortunate. YouTube is still playing their games with me. But that again seems like they're doing that to a lot of people too. So there's a small comfort in knowing I'm not the only person that is being targeted by YouTube, you know. Let's see. Yvonne says hi to Corey. Corey says hi to Gary. Corey says hi to Yvonne. CLD saying hi again. Oh, you changed your name. I just realized that. Veteran Dasher from LA. Nice. Who's this guy? Nipples? I'll just call you Nipples. So welcome to the channel, Nipples. I don't think I've seen you around. And you're asking sleeping? No. Actually, maybe what's happening is that you're sleeping, and in your dream, you're watching a bike dasher named Mike. In the darkness, you're just seeing nothing but a big melon head wearing a helmet with a beard and bushy eyebrows, drinking from a purple cup, waiting on some DoorDash orders on his bike. So maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. Who knows if any of this Matrix stuff is real? It could just be like a 3D projection screen. Maybe that's what the Matrix is. Like, we're all just living in a big projection screen. Let's see. I only got... Oh, what do we get? Oh, it's the same Petco order, except it's 2.4 miles this time. And that was only paying $4 before, so no. For 16 items, I don't think so. Drugs are cray. Yes. That's why I don't do them. Let's see. Corey asks, how you feeling, Doug? And Poke says, Mr. Worldwide is real. Perhaps. Let's see. Hey, you know, Corey, just about to start the dinner rush like usual, doing food delivery 6 times a week. That's fair. Yeah, it's pretty slow, as you guys can tell. Aside from that crappy Petco order, not much else going on tonight. But I figure it's only 10 after 7. We could give it a little more time, you know? We can give it a little more time. Then after that, we'll see. So, cool beans. Because I figure if like 20, 30 plus minutes go by, that's usually a good sign for me to just head back home. But we shall see. I'll close that off now. And David says, indeed. Yes. Indeed. Okay. Maybe I'll just move up a little more. Because, I don't know, like being stationary, I don't think being stationary has any real effect on getting offers. I don't know. Like DoorDash claims, they'll say stuff like proximity matters, whatever, but then they send offers where you got to go across town to the merchant. It's like, okay, yeah, proximity matters. Sure thing, DoorDash. I think they just make stuff up just to manipulate their drivers. Not just DoorDash, but I don't mind picking on DoorDash. I have no sympathy for picking on DoorDash because they're the biggest of the bunch. Them and their, 66, 67% market share. So the little guy picking on the big company. Whatever. Alright, I guess we'll park here. Yeah, cool beans. Hope the signal's not too bad over here. Let's see. I don't think proximity matters, honestly, because I'll be 5 miles from the store, pick up a DoorDash, so DoorDash be lying about that. Yeah, definitely. DoorDash has most orders, in my opinion. Oh, it's not even opinion. It's an actual fact that DoorDash has like at least 2/3 market share out of these gig apps. So pretty much you can go almost anywhere and get a DoorDash order. So now I know that there are further breakdown statistics that'll be like, oh, but in this market, Uber Eats is dominant, or oh, in this market, Instacart or whatever. But in the grand scheme of things, yes, they are the biggest. They have the most. And it's not even just market share either. It's also niches, you know? Like, if you only specialize in food delivery, then you are limiting your app's growth, right? And DoorDash picked up on that pretty early. If you guys remember from around the pandemic, when DoorDash hooked up with Dollar General, they basically saw a lot of potential there, because Dollar General is a huge company. People don't realize how big Dollar General is. They have 16,000 locations in the United States. They're everywhere. And you notice too, a lot of suburban and even some like rural country areas, there's a Dollar General. So DoorDash partnering with Dollar General basically means they have market share of a relatively uncontested niche of convenience store, because that's what Dollar General does. They cashed in on the convenience store niche, knowing that all they have to do is run out all the dollar stores, the 99-cent stores out of business, and that's why there's such a dominant force in that particular niche. And DoorDash partnering with them, that was perfect, as far as them being able to capitalize on that particular vertical, as they would say. And then they started partnering with more and more shopping places, and then they started partnering with places that offer prescription drop-offs, like Walgreens. And then, like, hell, even some freaking medical marijuana places you can do with DoorDash, and a bunch of other niches you can do with DoorDash. I've even seen some markets that have Secret Shopper with DoorDash, or they'll have shoppers go to a merchant so they can verify like the store hours and get paid to do that. What other apps are doing this? And especially what other apps are doing all of these things into one, you know? So whenever people are doing gig apps and they're not at least signing up for DoorDash, keeping DoorDash as an option, it's like, what are you doing, man? It's like, just sign up for DoorDash. They're always recruiting drivers. And even if DoorDash isn't great in your respective market, it's good to have access to that, because you never know. Plus, you never know if you find yourself going to a different market, or if you find yourself moving somewhere else, and then suddenly DoorDash is good for you. You know, you never know. But that's how I see it. Let's see. Poke says, Roadie also trash here. Yeah, my problem with Roadie is I just don't get enough, you know? Like, I get a few Roadies a week, and that's about it. I wish I got more. I'm not allowed to dash anymore because it messes with my summer off. Nah. Well, you got to pick your battles, right? DoorDash has expanded their earning opportunities by so much, honestly, when I started about 9 years ago. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely not the same platform from when I started. I started mid-2020, so right when the big 19 was happening. And, yeah, it was I remember it was like predominantly food delivery. And I did see some Dollar General orders, but that was about it. Okay, we just got a trip radar. It's not the best. Let's see if we get it. I'll show you. All right, we're getting matched up right now. It's $6 and a penny for a little over 3 miles. Why is it not matching, though? Okay, I think we got it. All right, we got it. Cool. All right, so as you can see, $6 and a penny for a little over 3 miles. So not the best order, but it's almost $2 a mile, and it's taking me back that way. So fair enough. I'm gonna turn DoorDash off for now, and we'll throw DoorDash back on afterwards, unless Uber Eats sends me another order. So there we go. But yeah, definitely, it's like, I would say probably the most important app to have as a gig worker is DoorDash. Even if a DoorDash is not your best app, just have it anyway. You never know. Plus, it's good to multi-app if you're going to be doing gig work. You never want to make yourself loyal to one company, because companies ain't loyal to us, you know? They'll drop you in a heartbeat and replace you with 5-6 other drivers if they feel like it. Oh yeah, I can't use the sidewalk up ahead. Freaking construction. But you know what? We're gonna do a loophole, because I can go through the bank. This is what I mean. You know, Google Maps would be like, you can't go that way. It's being blocked off. And then I'm like, well, I go through this parking lot here. There we go. Cool beans. And I know I can't go through the sidewalk here, but that's okay, because we're gonna go to that turning lane up ahead. He says, I'd only do DoorDash over by him. Yeah, that's fair. Be careful, because the idiots out there. Oh, no kidding. It's shockingly tame right now. Usually there's a lot more drivers out, but it's actually a pretty slow Monday. Because Monday evenings are usually halfway decent for me, but there's not a lot of people out right now. It might not seem like it in some of the camera shots you've seen thus far, but for a Monday, it's actually quite slow as far as the amount of people out. I don't want to see you on the news. Yeah, I don't want to see me on the news either. From wherever I wind up going after I die. Who knows? If I am. I think about that sometimes and like, I wonder if there is anywhere to go after this lifetime. Who knows? Crazy out there? Yeah, no kidding. We've definitely, I've been hearing from a Facebook page that I follow, just seeing a lot of these reports about like these accidents and everything that are happening around here. That is crazy, dude. It seems like we're getting one every single day. And not just like a fender bender, but like a legitimate accident where someone will crash into a telephone pole line and go through the window and someone gets mortally wounded. Just crazy stuff. See it all day, 7 hours driving every day. Oh, I believe it. I know you got the lights on. Yeah, that definitely helps. I mean, it doesn't stop the idiots who are texting, driving, not paying attention, but hey, it's a good thing I'm paying attention. It's like, ain't nobody looking out for me out here. I gotta look out for me. But I digress. I'm down to St. Augustine this year. Not sure yet. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna cross over to the left side. I'm gonna wait till these cars pass. We got a few of them coming up the rear. Long drive? Yeah, I believe it. Alright. Okay, slightly missed it. There we go. Cool beans. Yeah, surprised I haven't gotten a Culver's order yet. I don't know about your guys' experience with Culver's or not, but the Culver's by me is pretty good as far as their service. Most of the time the order's ready, or they're just packing it up and then it's ready. But if you guys have different or similar experiences, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Never had it. Oh yeah, I've never actually eaten at Culver's. I don't eat takeout. My diet's pretty boring, but that's fine by me. Boring is good. Boring is consistent. Reminds me of Steak and Shake. Yeah, I can see the similarities. You figure I don't know if they're burgers or steak burgers or not, but it seems like people like them. And the custard is kind of like their version of the milkshakes that Steak and Shake's known for. So I can definitely see some similarities with that. But as we know, too, Steak and Shake hasn't been doing so well, and Culver's has been thriving, so I don't know. Somebody must be doing something right, and the other not so much, I guess. I don't know. But I digress. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, I'm gonna have to... It's okay.
Goddamn road right there for you.
I'm allowed to be on the sidewalk. Yes, I am. Local ordinance says I can. I'm white. Jesus Christ, dude, what the hell is wrong with that? Did you guys hear that back there? What a jackass. He called me the hard N-word just because I was using the sidewalk. Florida shenanigans? Yeah, no kidding. He smelled like alcohol, too. I bet he was drunk. I don't even know what the guy looked like. Oh, well. What did that guy say? Oh, yeah, he was trying to tell me I'm not allowed on the sidewalk. It's like, nope, local ordinance says I can. It's like, just because you don't like me being on the sidewalk doesn't mean I'm not allowed. And almost nobody complains. He's like the one person out of, like, what, 400 or 500 people that complain. So who cares? It was a little surprising, though. It's not every day I get called the N-word. It's not every day I get called the N-word. Let's see. This guy that only ate food bricks for a week. Ew. Didn't get to eat takeout when I was a kid, so I feel addicted to it. Yeah. Cold clip it. Yeah, watch this live stream get age restricted because he called me the hard N-word. Or the N-word with the hard R. That's funny. Like, it's not funny as in ha-ha, like a joke, but just funny in like a, it throws you off guard kind of way, like a dark humor kind of way. Because yeah, the guy is a douchebag. frankly a douchebag. Like, he's got his shopping cart in the middle of the sidewalk. It's blocking the whole sidewalk, so I was going around it. And you guys heard me. I pardoned myself, and I was going around it. And then he threw a fit about, like, they're not allowed on the sidewalk. It's like, well, just because it hurts your feelings, it doesn't mean I'm not allowed. Like, get over it, dude. Like, if you're crying over a sidewalk, then, you know, you must have thrown a tantrum when you couldn't get your freaking ice cream as a kid. Like, not just a kid, but a freaking man-child. Like a 30-year-old man who doesn't get his toy from his Happy Meal from McDonald's. It's like, dude, you're a grown man, get over it. Let's see, he's a big dummy. I wouldn't say he's big. I'm definitely bigger than him, no doubt. So if he tried to do anything, well, actually, I wouldn't even do anything unless he swung first. I never hit first, but he wouldn't win. Just saying, you wouldn't win, pal. So don't even try it. Besides, it'd be better for me in court if I didn't touch him. So, and yeah, I'd sue his ass. That's what happens when you don't tip the butt leg, right? All right, we're almost to Panda Express. Just got to cross here in a second. Let's see. Jack's not going to the beach. Lols. All right, just made it to Panda Express. No, Jack, that's bad juju, Jack. No poo-ha. No poo-ha. I'd rather deal with that drunken guy who was throwing a fit about the sidewalk than poo-ha. And that's saying something. I'd rather deal with that drunk guy back there. I'll be right out.
Me serviu o suco de laranja, mas tava bom ainda esse suco. Aí eu pedi de novo, quando ele passou, deu um suco de laranja. Aí eu vou jogar fora.
we got the order. See, I remember the alarm this time. All right. Let's see who we got. We got, looks like Cobalt's in the house. What's up, Cobalt? Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for popping in. We just picked up this Panda Express order after getting called the N-word by a white dude. To take that out of context, Cole. Yeah, I guess on the bright side, me doing my my bike streams again, probably get some spicy clips from Cole again. Cole clip. Clippy tippy. Okay, just shifting that a little bit. So I can shove it in there. Maybe on the way, if I have to go back that direction. Oh, I can't fit in here. Maybe on the way, tell that guy to shove it. Alright, hold on. Who's that? Data. Oh, data warning? Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I have unlimited data. It ain't no matter. That's just crazy he called you that. Yeah. He reeked of alcohol too, dude. I smelled the booze like 20, 30 feet away from him. And he was blocking the whole sidewalk with the shopping cart. So he was like, F you, N-word. I'm like, what the heck? And then I yelled at him. And then he calls me, well, F you, white N-word. That's just... At least you get to... For your entertainment, you get to see some of these wackadoodle shenanigans in real time. Oh, okay, we don't have to go that way just yet. He'll probably be passed out, like the drunken, blacked out, passed out in the grass next time I see him. All right, just letting the customer know I'm on the way. Perfect. And okay, so we got to go by that other area that we were going back and forth at. Except this time, we got to make a left. So that's heckin' dope. Wow, yeah. But I mean, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna like just pout and feel bad and feel sorry for myself because I got called a mean word by a mean person? Forget about that. What's the old expression? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. So there's that. All right, let's go. Okay, I mean, I don't know what that was. Let's see, Yvonne says, words always hurt me, but I try not to let them. Yeah, you gotta really do your best to not let words hurt you, man. Because you know what it is? It's like, words, they really only hold value if they only have value if we give it to them, right? If we give words value, they have value. If we don't, then it's meaningless. That's how I feel. So if someone calls me a mean name with the intent to hurt my feelings, yeah, it might suck. It might be unfortunate that this person feels that way about me. But I also can't control how they treat me because people are going to say and do whatever they want, pretty much, right? This supposed free world that we have. So while I can't control the things that I can't control how people treat me, I can control, at least as much as I can, how it makes me feel. So if I practice not letting mean things hurt my feelings, or I just toughen up, becoming so desensitized of hearing it, it doesn't bother me so much, you know? And as a result, you know, I'm here where I am today, and people say mean stuff. That never changes. I mean, I don't get it a lot, but it happens sometimes. And it's like, okay, well, one, you're in the minority. Most people don't feel that way about me. So you can look at it from that perspective too. Majority rules, right? Majority rules. If 99 people out of 100 think that, you know, you're a decent human being, and they find something valuable about you, like your personality, how you treat people, stuff like that, that holds more weight compared to the one person who tried to hurt me. And to be honest, most of the time when people say these mean things to try to hurt my feelings, they did something to provoke the situation first. They did something that they're trying to make me out to be the bad guy about, when they were the one that instigated. They were the one that started. So I also think that if I were to retaliate, then I'm acting just like them. So instead of, you know, me calling that guy the hard N, the N-word with the hard R back, I figure, hey, I'm above that. So I didn't even bother. And I was just kind of mocking the situation, because it's like, who does this guy think he is? What a freaking weirdo. Probably needs some psychological help. I almost kind of feel bad for the guy. You know, I almost kind of feel bad for him in a way. The fact that he felt the need to project himself onto a random bystander like me, because he's probably having a shitty day and has a shitty life full of shitty things happening to him. And it's unfortunate, it's sad for him, you know, but I can't do anything about that. And just because that's happening to you doesn't give you the right to take it out on other people, you know? But again, from my point of view, it's happened enough times in my life where it's like, you know, sometimes people are down on their luck and it sucks. And I try to think about it like that if I take a step back. But at the same time, I'm also not going to get overly bent out of shape about it. Because it's like, you know, there's other people whose opinions and perspectives mean more to me than that one random person who was having a bad day. You know? Usually insecure about themselves. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, the fact that I could smell the booze from like a mile away, that alone tells me something's going on in that guy's life, you know? That alone tells me something's going on in that guy's life. The fact that I can smell the booze from so far away. So that's why I was saying too that, you know, I kind of feel bad for him, because he's probably having a bad day, you know? Maybe he had a really crappy thing happen to him. But I'm not gonna let that rain on my parade either, you know? I mean, if I'm having a bad day, should I just punch a random person in the face just because I need to let my frustration out? No, of course not. I wouldn't do that. And I haven't. And I'm not going to. Okay, we gotta go to, oh, it says meet in lobby. All right. So that little thing aside, hope that helps, Yvonne. I don't know. All right, I just got to skedaddle over by the lobby, and I'll be right back. I'll be coming out this way. That was an interesting order. So you know how it paid $6 and a penny? That's because $5.01 was the base pay. And then there's going to be $1 tip, unless they tip bait me. Hopefully they don't. But anyway, there's that. I guess a little bit of hashtag perspective from Mike the Bike Dasher about how to deal with mean people that say mean things and try to make you feel bad about yourself. Screw those people. Forget about them. You know, maybe they got crappy things going on in their life. My heart goes out to them in that sense. But if you're going to treat me like crap, well, I'm not going to feel so bad for you. Now am I? Just saying. You reap what you sow. All right. So I'm going to put DoorDash back on. Maybe. What is it? Oh, let me show you. Guess what time it is, guys? Jumbo jet. Let's go. 7:47. It's a jumbo jet. That's the time. It's jumbo jet o'clock. There you go. Jumbo jet o'clock. That's heckin' dope, I think. How much battery life we got? All right, we got 13%. I'll probably have to wrap the stream up in a little bit. I'll probably wrap up in a bit. I might even wrap up work in a bit, too. Because, yeah, it's just so slow. We're just not getting much, you know? But, hey, you know, we came out. We worked a little. We made a nickel or two, like Charles would say. So, could be voice. What the heck was that? Go around me, you're good. There you go. Ugh. Okay, what do we got here? We got... So Yvonne says, appreciate you sharing your thoughts. Hey, pleasure's all mine. Pleasure's all mine. And, you know, the thing, too, is that if I happen to swing back that way and the guy wants to apologize, be like, okay, you know, we're good. You'd be surprised how forgiving I am, too. I've had people say and do mean things to me, and I've had them come back and be like, I apologize, man. You know, I had no right to treat you that way, and I was down on my luck about something and took it out on you, and that was a mistake. And I'll be like, you're good. I appreciate you, you know. And I can't say I haven't made that mistake myself, too. You know, like, when I worked at Target, I've had some times where I was just very frustrated by the lack of passion in people's work. In my department, whenever they would come over to my department, I was very meticulous about how I had the back room. And, you know, I let it get to me on an emotional level. And I shouldn't have. And one time I was a little harsh to a coworker. And I felt pretty bad. I mean, I didn't chew them out or anything, but, you know, I said something that wasn't particularly nice. And it wasn't really at them personally, but they were the recipient of it, and I felt bad. And I was in the freezer. I was backstocking some freezer stuff, and I was on the walkie-talkie. I was like, hey, you know, so-and-so. And then they came in the back room, and I'm like, you know, I apologize for letting off like that at you. You know, you didn't do anything wrong. I had all this pent-up frustration about these work things, and, you know, you were the unfortunate recipient of that frustration, and that wasn't right of me to do. And he was a cool dude, man. You know, him and I we're still friends on Facebook. We're still loosely connected sometimes, you know. He was a cool dude. And, you know, I made mistakes like that myself too, man. I'm no perfect angel that can do no wrong. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. And I've even had that type of gesture paid forward to me once before too. I had one of these guys at one of the other targets I used to work at, the one up here actually. He was having a crummy day, and I was making some kind of joke about bread to him, And then he was like, I don't have time to listen to your bullshit. And then he stormed off. I was like, did I do something? And I don't know, it kind of... I think I disconnected. But it threw me for a loop at first when he just came at me. He was like, I don't have time to listen to your bullshit. I was like, oh. I didn't say anything. But 2 days later, when he worked again, he came up to me and he was like, he had like a very similar gesture, you know, like he apologized for letting off on me like that, you know. I was like, you're good. Don't worry about it. Oh, look at this jackass. Uh-oh. 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 Blocking the crosswalk. Uh-oh. 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 That's why you don't text and drive. Just saying. I saw you on your phone. I'm not oblivious. I don't know if you guys saw her, right? She was looking down at her phone. It's like, come on, man. What are you doing? But hey, I could have yelled at her. Could be like, why are you blocking the sidewalk? You know? But I didn't. I didn't. I did not. Let's see. Yvonne says, that's because you have a heart. Yeah, man. You know, it's like, there's a lot of good people, and they have a lot of good intent. They don't have ill intent with the things they say and do. And they make mistakes. And hey, I'm no exception. But a part of what makes someone a good person is that they're willing to own up to their mistakes. They're willing to recompense for their mistakes. You know? I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I've made decisions that I regret to this day. But I also can't just let it eat away at my soul, you know? And even if the people themselves might not be willing to forgive, even if you apologize, it's knowing that you had it in your heart to own up to whatever mistake you might have made and still made the attempt to reconcile. And at least there's some kind of closure with that, you know? Because, yeah, like, not everyone that you might have made a mistake towards or with might be so willing to apologize or accept your apology. But it's knowing that you had it in your heart to realize you made a mistake and want to make up for it, you know? Hey, what's up, Kelly? How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day, Kelly. Jack says, I had a $10 tip removed the other day because they didn't have Dunkin' coffee they wanted. They had substitutions turned off. I explained that. They were upset. Couldn't substitute it. So for something that they didn't want to do, they took it out on you. That's sad. Yeah, sorry they did that to you, dude. That's unfortunate. Yvonne says none of us are perfect. Yeah, well said. Well, but wait a minute. Wait. That's not true, Yvonne. There are people that can do no wrong. You got to remember that. You got to remember, right? The pride. A lot of pride. The extremely prideful people, they can do no wrong. And even if there's overwhelming evidence to show that they were wrong and how wrong they were, they can't admit it either, because that's a sign of weakness. Don't you know that? Don't you know that admitting to making a mistake is a sign of weakness? I mean, what kind of good person admits that they're wrong if they make a mistake? Please get out of here. Come on, perfection, people. Yeah, I'm sure you can tell I'm being a wise guy. But oh man, you know, I've seen some extremely prideful people out there. They can do no wrong. It's like, come on, man, it's not even a big deal. You know, it's not even a big deal, but you're letting that pride consume you. And like, you must have this like perfection complex. And it's ridiculous. And the thing is, like, this stuff ain't gonna matter when you're dead. And if people are going to remember you, that's how they're going to remember you. They're going to remember you as the guy that just could never admit that they're wrong. It's like, do you want that on your tombstone? Do you really want that on your metaphorical or literal tombstone? I know I wouldn't. If I were to write anything on my tombstone, be like, hey, I made decisions I regret, but god damn it, I wanted to do the right thing and never had bad intentions and wanted to own up to whatever mistakes I make and move on, you know? But I digress. Let's see that. Puppies. Thank you, Yvonne. Rest of the day was good. Hey, that's good. Yeah, it's like I got titbaited earlier, but I still don't regret coming out and getting that order done and making a nickel or two, like Charles would say. So it overall works out. You know, tiny little blemishes aside. I mean, look at it like this, you know? You have like this really beautiful painting. And it's like a painting with a bunch of these bright colors. And then someone puts a brown smudge on it. Yeah, the brown smudge sucks, but the rest of the painting still looks amazing. Now, some people would be like, oh, but the brown smudge, it ruined the whole painting. It's like, no, just why don't you take that brown smudge and turn it into something else with that paint that you still have on this canvas of life, you know? Turning what was supposed to be a not so good thing into a silver lining. So maybe that little brown stain that someone put on that can be incorporated in the painting in a way that you might not have thought of. Or maybe it takes an outside point of view to look at the painting with that smudge and be like, oh, I see what this could be. And there you go. You just got perspective. I don't know. Welcome back, Eric. Oh, Eric, did you miss the part where that guy, he called me the N-word with the hard R? Some white drunken dude who was blocking the sidewalk. He got pissed off because I used the sidewalk. It was something. So that was my little brown smudge on this brightly colored painting that I made today, so to speak. But it's all good because, you know, you take that brown smudge and then you incorporate it into the painting in a way that you might not have thought about before. Oh, hey, what's up, Sep? You banned Astral. What did I tell you? What did I freaking tell you? I called it, dude. I told you when I was on my way out of the server yesterday, I told you that sooner than later, you're going to wind up kicking one of them out. That's exactly what freaking happened. I knew it. Like, I know I sometimes have a bad tendency to comment on something really, really stupid. See, as I said, old habits die hard. But I'm pretty good at calling things preemptively. I mean, you figure I've been on this rock for over 31 years and have a decent eye for that thing, so yeah. Strawman me calling me racist eggs. Yep, I knew it. I had a feeling. I knew it. I know the dialogue that some of those individuals use. I know the things they say, and I'm thinking to myself, oh yeah, this is a future candidate to get banned from the server. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I freaking knew it. I mean, it is unfortunate, though. I'm sorry you had to be put in that position. Yvonne says you have good analogies. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. I appreciate that. And, you know, I'm just speaking my mind being real. You know, just keeping it real. Just like Charles would say. Let's see. British short hair is heckin' dope? Yes. Happy late birthday, Eric. Oh, yeah. I wish my happy birthday to Eric Ashana forever. All right. So this phone is at 3%. So I'm going to have to wrap up. But I just got back home. And I appreciate everyone that popped in the stream tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. maybe you, I don't know, learned something or laughed or just had fun or whatever. It was cool seeing a lot of the same people that I'm used to seeing. Some new faces too. That's always cool too. And yeah, we worked a few hours.